over. Nketiah, good running. He pulls it across off the line. And it's a corner.
All right, welcome back from that break. I'm sure for those just joining us, we've talked about a whole lot on the show. We started with the, what do they call it? The Community Shield, yes. And also we talked about new signings for Premier League clubs. So let's continue with Chelsea, yes. I made mention of, the signings they made. Now they brought in Pochettino. It is very important that they needed someone who will act as, a leader and someone who will tell them the direction they are to go to. Farouk, let me just put this question straight to you. They made signings. They signed Jackson, a lot of Nkuku and the rest, and they lost a whole lot of players. Priority for the season for Chelsea, are they going to go all the way to win the league or just try and compete?
I think for Chelsea, they have lost quite a lot of players. And for me, Chelsea are just like a new team trying to put players together. Yes, the name is already there. They have history in the Premier League.
Yes.
And I feel that Chelsea should take things very slowly. The most important thing is for them to get back into the League of Big Boys, the Champions League. Yes, if the team finishes 12th a previous season, I think the best it could hope for is at least just get or sneak into the top 4 before it starts. Yes, they won't be playing in the Champions League, we know that. They won't be playing in Europe, so there's no distraction. But every big team wants that distraction for you to succeed, for you to be counted. But, the new players coming in will still need a lot of time to gel. The earlier you realize that and accept the truth is the better for Chelsea fan. I'm not saying they will not ball. They will. They have a coach that understands the league very well. But the truth is, Chelsea have lost a lot of players in the midfield. They have lost a lot of players at the attack as well, too. And you have to give them time for them to gel. But at least a top 4 should be a reasonable target for a serious
But if you have spent that amount, now let me come to you. If you have spent that amount, you brought in fact, to bring in someone like Poch, you know how much you have to spend. To bring in, Nkuku, you know how much they spend, although they were able to sell off players. No, I like him. The guy now is Sabi Wewe.
He's a very fantastic player. Just look at his stats in RB Leipzig and you understand that he's a very fantastic player. I told you, my intro was, we are coming with the magic wand. You understand? It's very simple.
You get time for hand.
No, don't worry. Just by the end of next season.
Chelsea fan, I get him out.
No, it's not about having him out. Like for the first time as a Chelsea fan, I believe in the team. I've watched their preseason matches and all of that, and I'm seeing the intensity I want to see in the team. You understand? It lacked all through last season. Everybody was playing as if there is one juju chasing somebody in there. It was crazy. If you bet on Chelsea conceding a goal, you can be right. We conceded.
Yeah, definitely.
It's obvious that we will concede. So it was something I was looking forward to. And fantastic. We lost 13 players. 13.
Wow.
Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic, Aspilicueta, Aubameyang. What's his name? Kante, Kovacic.
Well, that's a whole lot. Even the goalkeeper.
Yeah, Mendy.
Yeah.
You understand? So it was long overdue. The overhaul was long overdue. You understand? And I'm happy with the players they've recruited so far. Nicholas Jackson, he's pacey, he's a team player.
But you still have Cucurella, don't forget.
No. Well, I'm very certain Cucurella will go on loan. You understand? Because I don't see him playing anywhere. Chilwell will play ahead of him. Even Hall will play ahead of him. You understand? And in the back 4, there is Colwill, who has returned from loan from Brighton. He cannot play ahead of Thiago Silva, obviously. But Chile is most definitely coming back.
He's still in the mix.
You
wow.
understand? We just recently bought.
So is the now to win the Premier League, to win any league? I think we call it marathon for a reason.
Definitely.
Meaning that you need to have a proper squad depth to compete. Now you made mention of some players. Now, do you think there is this confidence in that depth that if Sterling is not doing well, we can bring in this guy. If Chilwell is not doing well, we can bring this guy. Are you certain that Chelsea have the squad there to compete?
Definitely. Now, when you look at it now, you understand. You see I know my friend. I know my brother.
Roy.
He has never believed.
Roy, but not King, because the man that bears that name is a great captain.
David, can't talk.
But let's be honest with ourselves. I'm not saying that Chelsea are not a big club. They are, but don't raise your expectations so that you don't get disappointed too early.
Okay.
Chelsea are bringing in new parts, new players,
Young,
of course,
mobile, agile players,
and also
talented players.
But there's nothing. There's no way you can't put your money.
You talk about Chelsea winning the league. Pochettino didn't win the league with his own Tottenham team that he brought together. Kane, Son,
he didn't win anything.
He didn't win anything with them.
He won
at PSG.
That's
the French league.
No, what are you even talking about?
Is Chelsea not a big?
He has won his first Chelsea trophy anyways.
Come on, that's
with Neymar.
What did he win at Chelsea?
Oh yeah, 6 series now. Yes, the six summer series. It's a trophy, whether you like it or not. It's a moral booster. No. It's a moral booster.
For a fact,
okay.
I'm telling you, Roy is on a cheap something. I don't know whether it's water, whether it's but he's on a cheap.
Tasting water.
No. Okay, so
there's obviously something in here. But the truth is, it's not about just try and accept the truth. Okay. Chelsea are a great side in the past. They will be again. But for this season, just lower your expectation and you'll be fine.
And lower it to what now?
To top 4.
They should lower it to
my opinion, top 4 is a stretch. Because this is for Chelsea. It should be about just making progress.
Yeah. Okay, so now if you say top 4 is
maybe top 10, right?
All right.
Yes.
Top 10. No.
This one is this one about that.
No. If you say top,
sorry, when you mean is a stretch. Now you spent a whole lot, to bring in Pochettino, to bring in very expensive players. What do you mean by they should not look at the top 4? So what position do you think suits Chelsea's
I think they should basically just aim for just to be amongst the big 6, Newcastle overtook them last season, Brighton overtook them, Brentford overtook them,
Aston Villa as well.
I think Chelsea's aim should not allow those sort of teams to overtake them.
But funny thing is that if you look at Chelsea's past, I've seen seasons that Chelsea will finish 10th and go on to win.
They say
because it has happened before.
Oh yes.
So are you saying that they don't even have a chance this time?
When that happened, that's Mourinho.
No, that's not Mourinho. In 2018, you understand? In 2018, when we brought in Mauricio Sarri, what position was Chelsea?
5th.
Okay, what happened?
Did Sarri win the league with Chelsea?
No, we didn't win the league. We won the Europa League.
But there was a season
that's Europa League.
What are we saying?
They finished 10th in the league.
And
they won the
league. They won the league. That was when Mourinho came. So what are you saying? Is Premier League?
He had to wait for 2 years to win his first league title. The first year was like a testing ground. Even though you know that he was about the best coach in the world at that point in time. I'm not saying that Chelsea will not win the league, but definitely not now. The earlier you understand that these players are new. You are talking about Enzo. You are talking about.
So what if they win the league?
They can't.
And I'm saying, what if they win the league? No benefit of doubt. Nothing.
They won't win the league.
No. Why would you rule out? Okay, so why would you say Chelsea won't win the league? Okay, they have. Look at their front three. Look at their midfield. Look at their bringing in.
You say look at the front.
You know what? Now let's bring in. Let's be analytical with this.
Okay.
So if Chelsea are to make top 4, who are they going to displace? We have Liverpool. We have Man United.
No, most definitely
Liverpool didn't make the top 4 last season. It was United, Chelsea.
Newcastle.
Newcastle, Arsenal, and City.
Okay.
So of those 4 teams, who do you think Chelsea will conveniently?
Fantastic question. Like I said, if I make references, why I want to make references is reference is good. All right.
Yeah.
In the 6 series that just finished this preseason, Chelsea played against Newcastle. Okay, we drew against Newcastle, won Fulham and Brentford. You understand what I'm saying?
Chelsea didn't even beat the top 6 team last season.
Exactly.
Top 6, man, you asked that Liverpool.
The point is,
come on.
No, Farouk.
There is.
It's a new season.
Change of personnel.
Okay, let's just call those players that are playing for Chelsea right about now. Leave the defense.
Okay.
Start from the midfield.
All right. Enzo.
All the experienced players have left. There's no Kovacic. There's no Kante. A lot of players have left.
Okay, David, who do you think Chelsea can displace from the top 4?
To be honest, most likely Newcastle, because I think Newcastle are still. Newcastle haven't been there.
They've been very consistent.
Newcastle haven't been there for a long time. And to be honest, if you put Chelsea against Arsenal,
they are playing Champions League as well.
If you put Chelsea against Arsenal, I fancy Arsenal any day. If you put Chelsea against Liverpool, I fancy Liverpool. I fancy City. I fancy Arsenal. Why? Not because I don't like Chelsea. I'm not a Chelsea fan, but I think for Chelsea, it's all happening way too quick for them. I know I think Chelsea fans just need to calm down a bit and relax, just be a bit more realistic. That was also happened. Even with Arsenal fans last season, even when Arsenal were top for the first 10 games, Arsenal fans they were still shocked. They were still like they need to calm down and their aim for now should be
like a dream.
Exactly, their aim for now should be tough. And I think for Chelsea it's just quite unrealistic to just go from finishing 12th, 13th to just pushing out to go and win the league. When you have teams like Arsenal who have strengthened, City who have replaced, United as well. United, they've also.
You always put United. Why?
I'm talking about the top 4. Newcastle as well. They've also brought in Tonali from Newcastle as well. I think is an upgrade as well. And I'm not saying Chelsea haven't gotten better. We can't really say that they've gotten better because we haven't seen them.
Let's.
Chelsea of last season.
It's not only Chelsea that the Premier League.
No. Forget the way they played.
Okay.
You put them side by side with Chelsea of this season.
Chelsea of when?
Last season. And that team won the Champions League. Forget that they had a very terrible season.
I know.
Put them side by side. Who would win?
But that's what I'm saying. But a manager makes teams different. To be honest,
exactly.
I've seen managers who look at Newcastle. Last season, I'm sure you wouldn't have put your money on them making top 4. That's the honest truth. So why are you not bringing in the impact of the money? That's why I started the show with. There's someone they've brought in to lead them in Pochettino. This guy has
won the league many times.
It's not about winning the league. This guy he knows in and out of the league.
Yeah.
In fact, the recent success,
he would not know the league as much as Sam Allardyce. I can tell you for that.
Yes.
The guy at Portman for a long time. What's his name again?
I reckon
This guy is Steve.
No, what I'm saying is this man knows in and out of
yes,
the league.
Yes, you can know the league.
Let's talk about Liverpool. I think their fans don't vex from me already. So let's talk about Liverpool. Zobo what's that boy's name again? Zobo Sly. What's his name? So you know a little about him?
Yeah, Szoboszlai, he's the number 8. He's going to play number 8 for Liverpool, and McAllister will play as the 10. But I think for Liverpool, where I think they're going to struggle a lot this season is that their fans aren't happy with Fabinho at all. Liverpool haven't bought.
No, he left already.
Fabinho's left.
He's gone to Saudi.
Exactly, and Liverpool are still yet to get his replacement. I think if they get Lavia, that would be a very, very good deal. But I think, as you said about transition, you can't just go from playing Fabinho, Thiago, Henderson for so many years and to just throw in McAllister, Szoboszlai and Lavia in the space. They haven't even converted the Lavia signing as well.
No, but there is Thiago. Thiago is still there.
But Thiago isn't going to play.
Thiago is not consistent.
Exactly, and it's very
injured. But Farouk, okay.
The only leverage I'll give Liverpool is because they have a coach that has done it before in the Premier League.
Yes.
We went toe-to-toe with City for 3 good years.
Yeah.
Last season is just, can just be, you can overlook that. I'm not saying the
working. Someone was saying we should even thank Klopp. So
I'm not saying they're working and compete for the league,
City.
but it's Liverpool. They've won the league just 19 times, one behind United. So you have to give them that respect. But beyond that, they have not, done quite well in the transfer as far as I'm concerned. And Liverpool play that kind of pressing football, again football under Klopp.
Yes.
Do they have that player that can execute that kind of system? It's another big question mark. But Liverpool having Salah, having the likes of Virgil van Dijk still at the back, and also the goalkeeper.
And he's now the new captain.
And so they have a lot of experience.
Yes,
but my problem is the midfield. But in that, I think Jurgen Klopp understand what happened to them last season.
So, are you seeing them competing with or compete with Man City again?
I see City are on the league on their own. It's City against every other club. Let's bring in Arsenal, United, Liverpool in that mix. That's how it's supposed to be right about now. If you have won the league 4 times in the last 5 years, you don't have equal.
Normal.
That's the obvious truth. Whether you like it or not, just accept the truth. But I feel that Liverpool will compete and break into the top 4. Perhaps Newcastle might exit that position. But the truth is that City are on their own. Liverpool will come back. But they can win the league because I've done it before the last 3 or 4 years. But I just don't see them ready as far as the midfield is concerned. Okay,
now let's quickly move away from England. Let's go to Spain. I think there's something happening at Madrid. We heard that there's this pre-contract that's been signed with Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah.
PSG they are saying that they know for a fact that this guy has had even if it's pre-contract, even if it's just agreement.
Yes.
So, okay, let me come to you. No, Roy, I think you've not spoken for a while now. Let me come to you. So, looking at this situation of things, they lost Benzema to Saudi League as well.
Marcus Alonso to PSG.
Yeah, looking at Madrid this season and how Barca as well, they've reinforced their squad. Are you seeing someone who can easily, walk into the shoes of Karim Benzema this season? Well, like with the way they've been playing, with the goals they've been scoring, do you think Madrid needs someone who can make that? Because they will miss Benzema, that's the
Oh
truth.
yeah, of course. For
Obviously,
three
Mbappe
seasons-
is not coming this season.
No, it's not
That's
coming this
for sure.
season. It's
Yeah.
2024. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
So in the last 3 seasons, Benzema has not scored less than 30 goals. You understand? So
That's a lot, man.
yeah, of course, he's a top striker. I'm not sure you mentioned 1 to 10 strikers, 1 to 5 strikers.
Yeah.
without
You
mentioning
mentioned
Benzema. You understand? The Lewandowski, then Benzema,
Harry Kane.
you get Harry Kane, and what have you. You understand what I'm saying? So Madrid will miss him. Obviously, they won't. It's a given. All right. However, Ancelotti is an experienced coach.
Okay.
He's an experienced coach.
So
You
if
understand?
let's assume Kylian Mbappe comes in now. Let me go to you, Dave. Where is he going to play? Because you have a Vinicius. Because that's
On the
always
left.
I'll sit down and think that, oh, we have a Vinicius who is doing so well at that position at the left wing.
Rodrigo.
Mbappe's wing is always. In fact, there was a time he had issue with Poch. He said he doesn't want to play as a point man. He wants to play from the flanks. So, how do you think Mbappe will fit into
I think
Madrid?
because at PSG basically made him the president. I think that was why. I don't think Mbappe will come to Madrid and go to Ancelotti and say, I don't want to play. I think
No, a player of his caliber can do it.
you said that, but this is Real Madrid. This is the biggest team in the
So
world.
no, you don't get. My point is, where do you think Mbappe will
play.
Where is his strength at Madrid?
I think it's going to play through the middle.
Through the middle.
I think it's
Definitely.
play as number 9. I think Vinicius play off the
Well,
left.
a lot can happen,
Okay.
for in a year. And obviously, there won't be Ancelotti the next season. He has already signed with Brazil.
Yeah,
Brazil.
So it's going to be a
He's
new
moving to
coach.
Brazil, yeah.
But like I said, I think he's right. He will not go into Madrid and act like a king. Ronaldo tried it to a large extent. He got a time, they got fed up, and they went their separate ways. Yes, Mbappe is about the biggest player in the world right about now. That's why he's doing what he's doing at PSG. And also, they handed him the wheel, the car to the key to the house, and everything. Now they're struggling to get him into all that. Mbappe will come into Madrid and start anywhere. Nobody's bigger than him. Today, tomorrow, and next tomorrow, and twice on public holiday. But for Vinicius Junior, he's the man that that makes things happen right about now.
yeah.
And I feel that nobody will want to bring Vinicius into the center of the midfield. It will
No,
not
exactly.
work.
Yeah,
It will not. Let
definitely.
him own that left position, cutting in with his right. Mbappe has played as a striker at
And he has-
at PSG,
And he worked.
at France. He worked.
Can even play false
He just
nine.
wants to just
That's what
mold
I'm saying.
himself.
Yeah,
that's what Benzema
Ronaldo
played for.
didn't
Ronaldo
start
and Bale.
as a striker.
Now-
he metamorphosed into that position. Even at now, he doesn't even play as a striker, but will score the most goal in any team he's playing in.
And this
so
is
for me,
this
it
is what
would
this
change.
is what I see.
Okay, you
Yeah,
wanna
this is
make
what
your
I
point?
see. When Mbappe comes, they will play him as a false 9.
Yes.
So it will be between him, Vinicius, and Rodrigo, most definitely. So they will just
And
interchange.
that's also what they did with Benzema, Ronaldo, and Bale.
Exactly.
Benzema came deep.
Exactly.
He gave Ronaldo and Bale space for so many years.
You understand?
And-
So
yeah.
I feel that's the tactics they want to adopt when it
So
comes.
are they going to be able to compete with Barca this season?
They-
Any hope for them? Because Barca didn't really they didn't they still have their point
Madrid are
guys.
a team with a system.
Yeah.
They always have a target every season. Last season, they were going for the Champions League. They missed
Okay.
out. And I'm very sure they are still fresh winning the Champions League 2 years ago. They will be going to compete in the in La Liga with Barcelona. But I still feel as a team, Barcelona are much
Don't
more
forget
solid.
Atletico
but
Madrid.
also they lost-
Atletico
they
Madrid
lost-
said
There are
they
only
did
two
No,
teams.
but
in
they
the
lost-
Premier-
they lost
There are
about
only two teams in La
Madrid.
Liga. It is Madrid, Barcelona,
Barcelona.
and others. So Atletico will challenge once in a while, but give it to those two teams.
And also, as we said, Mbappe is going to join next season. Who's going to play as a striker for Madrid this season? Can we just throw in Joselu and expect
No,
him
so
to be
they already said they'll put their trust in him.
in Joselu?
I've seen it in preseason. They've tried it out and
You don't
it
see
worked.
that bicycle kick he
I
scored
think it
against
works.
United.
I think it's working, but
But
they say preseason
I remember
yàtọ̀ sí.
Bartolome Breche. Remember that bicycle kick now?
They say preseason different from this team.
Of course, now.
Okay, let's leave Spain. Let's go straight to let's fly to Italy. Now there's a problem. It seems Inter Milan are fed up with the fact that Lukaku. In fact, they said it was before the finals of the Champions League.
I agreed.
He was having discussions with Juventus. So this is why I always say that why don't they respect the fact that there is a contract on ground? Because it's quite unfair for a team that saved you from what was happening at Chelsea. They brought you in. They anybody could have said they don't want Lukaku, but they came in for you and you still went ahead to go at their back to talk to someone. So looking at the whole scenario, looking at the whole situation of things, do you think Lukaku will finally go to Juventus, Farouk?
Well, it's about the player right about now. The player have got a lot of power right now when it comes to negotiating. And for me, Inter Milan and Italian clubs are very, very smart people. They know how to do
How did they
businesses.
even find? How did they know? That's
A team that does not even own you are trying to bring
exactly.
a bragging right on you. Chelsea owns Lukaku as we speak.
Yeah.
But because of the deal that Chelsea are doing with Inter, they've used 2 years out of the 100 million Chelsea paid. So they should just accept. And for me, I think Lukaku, he's also being smart about it. He's not on the younger side again. It's
But my
going
point
to
is, you were accepted at Inter Milan. They
it
gave
doesn't
you
matter.
everything.
Loyalty does not stay with the club
Exactly.
right about now.
The thing
If
is- no, the
you are
thing
saying,
is-
if you are talking about that, what about
Okay.
Mbappe that was giving everything at PSG?
No, but
And he still went
what
to
I
agree.
feel is
Okay, you want
what
to
I
make
feel
point.
is Lukaku's problem in Inter Milan is according to some rumors, that he's not in Simon Inzaghi's
Plans.
For next season.
for next season. So they are trying tactically to get rid of him. So he got
Okay, they have Martinez and
of course. You
and
understand?
Zeko. I think Zeko is
So
there.
Zeko has left.
Thuram.
Zeko
Okay,
has-
they brought
They
in
brought in
Thuram.
They brought
yeah.
him to Ram. Zeko has left. Zeko is in Galatasaray or
Yeah.
something. He moved to the Galatasaray. You understand? So for Lukaku, he knew that for this season it's not for me.
So himself.
Also
they-
he himself,
Now
of course, he
counter
had to-
attacking.
oh yeah,
Exactly,
so
because-
he needed to get somewhere
I'll
else.
make a
to-
point.
Yeah, because we also need to look at it from Lukaku's point of view.
Yeah.
He did start in the Champions League final.
Exactly.
Them now also bringing in Thuram, it also reduces
No,
his...
is it before they brought in Thuram because of this whole situation?
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying.
what
That
I'm
them
saying.
bringing him to Ram as well has also made it said that
Reduces his
it
chances
reduces
of
his
playing.
chances of playing as well. I know there's a team like Juventus, no one's really good. There's no...
I don't even know why Inter Milan are still in the picture. He went to Inter Milan on a loan. The loan don't expire.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
He's
he
a
said-
Chelsea player,
Chelsea player now.
So if you want
No,
to sign him,
they said he was talking to Juventus
before
before
everybody
the
does
finals.
that now. Everybody does that now. Mbappe don't sign with Madrid before the end of the season. So
Okay.
it's something that
But
the
it's not
player
official.
does right about now. It's not.
Well,
So I don't see that as a big deal
football
anymore.
is very
back,
funny.
Back
Funny
then,
thing
we
is
don't
that-
speak.
IBK, what
Okay.
I see or what I feel, this is my personal opinion,
Yeah.
is that Inter Milan wants to get rid of Lukaku, but they really don't know
They don't
how.
own him. Get rid of who?
So they
They don't even own him now. They don't own him.
Now
He was a loan player at Inter Milan and he ended last month.
But he doesn't want to go back to Chelsea.
Yes.
That's
So
Chelsea's
he's just
business.
like a bone stuck up in the night.
I think football loyalty is
At the end of the
actually-
day, he's
it
still
should
a
be-
Chelsea
it should
player.
It should be a topic on its own, football loyalty. I always say that there's really no loyalty in football because
Funny enough, he
now
got,
if
he got a
okay.
contract from Saudi.
Yes.
Is
And he
it
said he's
Lukaku?
not
No,
moving
he
down.
said- he already-
He said he's
he
not
said he's
moving
not
to
going
Saudi. You understand?
football clubs are not loyal because
Many people have
once
said that.
once
Many players have
once
said
you're
that. Henderson said it.
Okay.
Fabio said it.
about
They are
loyalty,
collecting their
right?
money now in Saudi
Apart from
Arabia.
that one, I feel that once you start playing badly, clubs will start looking to sell you. So there's really no loyalty as well.
Exactly. Because it's,
You get
it's both from the club side and the player
you
side
get
as
so
well.
in the end, but now them Sabina their matter be that. This guy won't talk about now. He has over 200 Premier League goals.
Harry Kane.
And it's a big fight now because Harry Kane has not come out to say anything. And I feel that now what is ringing on his head is he doesn't want to offend, the fans who have been behind him for a long time.
That's funny.
So this is a complicated situation. Like one relationship where I get that time, very complicated.
Get that girl, Abi, for Mariga.
But now the thing is, Daniel Levy wants about over 100, million
100 million actually.
for a 30-year-old guy. Harry Kane wants to leave. His body language
Shows he wants
is saying that he wants to leave.
True.
Bayern Munich have put in 80 million
True.
for him. Now, Farouk, is it right for Harry Kane to throw in transfer requests?
Honestly, it would be foolish of Harry Kane to still remain at Tottenham Hotspur for the final year.
Okay.
And it's also very, very, very foolish of Bayern Munich to sign him as much as 100 million pounds. The situation is so crazy. You can never say he should go or should not go. But unfortunately, he has a 1 year left to spend at Tottenham Hotspur. Why not just run it and collect the transfer fee next season into your pocket? Because if you pay 100 million for a 30-year-old player, it is stupid. But if you wanted to be like RVP, who told Arsenal, I'm done, I want to move at 29 years, and that single season he left,
And we also
he won the Premier League. I think he should go the route of RVP. But we know that Daniel Levy is a stupid person. He will never
Because we also
Okay.
forget that Harry
He will
Kane,
not go.
that he also did this before 2 years ago. He was pushing the move to Man City.
yeah.
I feel like if
Yeah.
he did that now, I think by now Harry Kane would
Funny
have
thing
gone.
is that he pushed the move to Man City then, and the next thing we had was
It was
signing
his-
another contract with
And-
with Tottenham.
And you know, Hurricane has, as you said, Hurricane hasn't come out to say anything. And I think that that's what's going to cost him, because Daniel Levy is a very, very smart man, as you said.
Yeah.
You know,
Very difficult.
exactly.
But is it right for him now to throw in transfer as a captain of
In
the club?
my opinion, it is, because he's been there for so long. You know,
He has
Dele
not won a
Alli has
single
gone,
trophy.
Ericsson has gone, everyone around
It's
him has gone.
complicated. Let him
Okay.
throw it in. The club selling has the ultimate power. He said he wants 100 million pounds, but it's not smart enough for you to sign
No,
a
but
player
I thought
at that age for 100 million.
Bayern dropped the 80 million naira with a clause that after 24 hours or 48 hours, if
If they don't agree
if
to
they don't
it,
agree to
that's
it,
the end.
that's the end.
You know,
Wow.
concern Daniel
You,
Levy.
you understand?
That's
So
the-
now for Daniel Levy, like he said, he's a very smart guy. You understand what I'm saying? So he would prefer.
Is this smart or wicked?
You know, Mourinho's.
See,
I feel it's more
At the end of the day,
wickedness.
Well, he's a shrewd businessman.
Hurricane will work
That's
for
what-
free and will have a chance of bargaining and negotiating
Now,
with the
this
club
is
that
the-
he wants next season. So it's just 12
Farouk,
months.
now this is the
Let him
this
just
is-
stay.
This is the problem with him running down his contract. It happened with Hudson-Odoi in Chelsea.
Yeah.
Bayern Munich came for Hudson-Odoi and they
No, you can't compare.
No, wait, let me no. I'm making a reference.
You can see that. What's the big
No,
see,
No, wait,
Odoi,
wait.
It's not- it's
No,
not
no,
the same
what I'm
level.
trying, no, the
Okay.
point I'm trying to paint is this, all right?
Okay.
Hudson-Odoi, Bayern Munich came for him for 80 million.
Yeah.
Chelsea refused, improved his contract, and next season the guy went away. You understand what I'm saying? That is exactly what will happen to Harry Kane. If he runs
So
down
the-
his contract, Bayern may not come for him next season.
No,
again.
the point is
Harry-
no, wait, Farouk,
Do you
hold on.
understand? So,
Hold a second.
this is his last chance of playing for a big club.
Now
He's
the
gonna be
point is,
31 next year.
the point is, Harry Kane is not a one-season wonder. Of
course,
he's
exactly.
not. Harry Kane.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you ask Harry Kane that how many goals he's going to score next season, I'm sure he will still tell you
Minimum
over
25.
30. He will still tell you 25 to 30 goals. This is someone who has done it over and over again.
Okay.
And I feel that if I was in his shoes, Farouk might be right, because in the end, Daniel Levy will not go below what he wants. We've seen him. In fact, he's still adamant on guy. You are selling for
But
100.
the question is, how
Okay.
many big teams will sign a 31-year-old striker?
They will.
But you say
They will.
a 31-year-old striker. I
I can
think
actually
this is
big
Harry
team do
Kane.
well.
Yeah, will sign a 31-year-old
But
striker.
PSG signed Messi at 33.
That's Messi you are talking
So
about.
who is Harry Kane?
I-
Hurricane
no,
is about
Someone
Hurricane
talking
is
about-
about the best. Hurricane is about the
This
best
is-
striker
this
in the
is
last
the best
5
striker.
years.
You know,
you keep
He's
the
about
likes of
the
the-
In the
he's
Premier
about the
League,
best
all-time
striker in the
goal
Premier
scorers.
League for the
Premier
last
League.
5-7
Yeah,
years.
okay.
He's number
And then
two.
see, he said everybody wants
Disrespect
Harry Kane. He's the
Harry
hottest
Kane,
striker
to
in
be
England right
honest.
about now.
He has won the World Cup Golden Boots
Okay.
as well.
You can imagine.
So
Okay.
it's just a year, and it's just 31 years. Harry Kane will comfortably score 20 goals back to back for the next 3 years.
Look at
I
Lewandowski.
can guarantee you that.
Well, it's up to
Lewandowski is just one off.
it's up to Bayern now, because I feel that
It's just one off.
Bayern won't go more than
the
No,
only
they won't go more than
the only
80, but
striker
of
they
course they
have
said
now, Mane is gone. The only striker they have now is
Choupo-Moting.
Choupo-Moting, and you can't put your
Rely
trust
on
in
him.
someone like that. So talking about Mane, let's really talk about the situation surrounding Mane and Bayern. So his agent came out to say that they were. I don't, to be honest, I'm a black guy, but I really don't like people easily playing the race
The
card.
victim, yeah.
To be honest, I don't like it.
Yeah, that was exactly what happened.
Someone was saying that if the blacks were white, who would have been terrible than they, and I feel they might be right, because in the end they said that there was a racial
I don't agree with
they said
you.
there was a racial abuse to
Yeah.
Mane.
Mane from
Sane.
Sane, and I feel Sane is a black guy
They're both
too.
exactly.
No, but he's German.
So now the guy is saying, no, hold a second.
They are both black, but he's German
So the
and
guy
he's
is saying,
African.
the guy
So
is
that's the
saying now
difference.
that he feels that Bayern were not happy with the fact that an African man
is earning the amount of money Sadio Mane is.
No, he's the one earning
Any
the
more
highest,
than a German.
you know,
Yeah.
in Bayern. So now the situation is, do you think African players should start avoiding Bayern Munich?
I think Germany itself it's a country that you have to be very careful about. I have a brother that lived there for over 5 years, and a lot of things happened there. They just use the case of Oxil,
Yeah.
to make a reference. Ozil is always the German when things are going on well.
Yeah.
With the German national team.
I remember
Once
that
there's an
statement.
issue outside of the team,
See that
it's
he's
easily the
Turkish.
scapegoat
Yeah,
from that
they
team.
will know
And
he's
the same
Turkish.
thing was made as far as Sane is concerned. We all heard what Sane said to
Mane.
Mane. These are unprintable
But was
words.
he right to give him a
It's
punch?
It's not. Both are wrong. But you can't. There's a limit to if there's one decent guy in football, one left. It has to be Sadio Mane.
Mane.
He laughs
Okay.
all the time. Does a lot of good work, charity work
Played
everywhere he
for
goes
Senegal.
to. And you have never had anything bad about Mane before. That was the first time I saw him getting angered against a player and he going physical. and it was because of what Sane said. Things that we cannot say that on TV right about now.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I feel that he was trying to stand on his own ground. That guy, I senior you for this football world. You can't just go at me that way. But I feel in the end, it was about them making a decision that will suit them than out their own. It's better for Sane, who managers just came under a year to leave and keep a guy that's even younger.
And I feel like it's also from their country as well.
Of course.
No,
Okay.
and to add to that, his agent, Manny's agent, came out to say, okay, so the whole peace talk was a pseudo peace talk.
They
You
knew
understand?
they knew
So
what
they
was in their head.
exactly.
No, it's
You know,
always
so
like that.
that was actually what angered Manny.
When there's an issue like that, there's always the club will side someone. The person they side will just go all the way
Most
with
times
it.
they will side the player from their own nation as well.
Okay,
Exactly.
Because I can imagine if it was Chelsea now, if it was Rich James and someone like, let's say like
Maybe a foreign player.
like a Badiashile now, probably like Chelsea they'll side Rich James every day of the week.
There's a bias. There's an easy bias.
Well,
Okay, the conversation is still on, guys. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel at the best of the best football show, and also you can like every of our videos. We still have a lot to talk about on this edition. It's a show that there's always banter, there's always information, there's confirm and sweet analysis. As you can see, Farouk still in the building, David as well, and Roy.